Although the generation between 1660 and 1690 have largely been forgotten in American history, the Great Revolution has had a lasting impact. It led to a series of revolts which have had a lasting impact on the American political landscape, including the Boston Revolt of 1689, Leisler's Rebellion, and the Protestant Revolution of Maryland. The Glorious Revolt happened when William of Orange drove out King James II. James was an unpopular king because he became Catholic after becoming king. Many feared this because they didn't want their courts to end up like that of Louis XIV, whose court was a very scary place and filled with many malpractices. When James died, his son, and James II, who was also was Catholic, and when he took over Parliament and asked William of Orange to take him out because they did not want this either. William arrived on Guy Fawkes Day in order to remind people of their freedom from Catholicism. Protestants all over the United Kingdom celebrated this when they heard the news. This took a bit of time to arrive to America, but it was welcomed in open arms. The Glorious Revolution of 1688, says David S. Lovejoy, was accompanied by popular support. Colonists all over America insisted on their role in this, even though it was very little, because they were delighted to hear this, that Catholics were no longer in charge. Mobs rose up, and Sir Edmund Andros was overthrown in Boston and imprisoned. Once Massachusetts had imprisoned him, their foundations were shaken. English dominion ceased to function in New England. This was never the intent, but it happened anyways. Many colonies went back to their former government form and ruled themselves. Soon after this, there was set up a council for safety to protect the people from themselves. It was like a trial run of the American Revolution, however. When New Yorkers heard about the Boston Revolution, they decided they wanted a revolution of their own. On May 31st, New York City militia seized a fort to save the colony. On June 8th, Jacob Leisler started leading the rebellion and was commissioned a captain. Later, he became the complete commander-in-chief. He turned into the ringleader of the rebellion. In 1691, there was a new royal governor, Colonel Henry Sloughter. He and Leisler and his son were found guilty of treason and were hung gruesomely. However, this did not deter the people, and he became a martyr of the revolution. According to Peter Knight, despite the deaths of its prominent leader, Leisler's rebellion lived on in New York for decades to come. The violence eventually spread even to Maryland. Maryland had been a prominently Catholic colony. but there were enough Protestants that they were able to make a mob large enough to force a Protestant leader. John Coode was decided as the leader of the mob, and when he won the title of mayor, he outlawed Catholicism. But all of these rebellions must have caused a price. Faced with these rebellions, says Carla Pistana, the king and queen had to decide to do with their self-proclaimed supporters that were causing all this trouble. America's damage remained so. When the damage control mostly got nowhere. This caused tension, and this led to witch hunt, and this might have led to witch hunts. No scholar has a perfectly satisfying solution when justifying the witch hunts, or even trying to figure out their reason. But community anxiety is often thought of as a key role. Massachusetts' fear of the church order displacement set the stage for this. When the British government tried to help fix this, they only created more tension, and this led to the American Revolution. Thank you.